Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good morning. I pledge to state representatives, my fellow delegates, and ladies and gentlemen present in this very meeting. It's been 10 years since we faced the wrath of COVID-19 pandemic, which will definitely go down in history as one of the deadliest pandemics ever faced by mankind, forcing men, women, and children to practice a new norm that requires them to keep their distance between each other, wearing masks all the time, and to be honest, not allowing them to live their life to the fullest. However, through hardship and dedication, we managed to beat the virus once and for all. Now, we are asked to gather here today to discuss on a new virus that is twice as deadly to COVID-19 that is currently sweeping out the lives of Castarian citizens one by one, minute by minute. The virus is so deadly that it will, if infect your body without you even realizing it, without you even realizing it. Who knows? It could be the ones beside you who's infected by the virus. It may be the ones you love or the person who is close to you, because as the symptoms to the virus only appears for after 2 to 3 weeks after the first infection took place. Apparently, with problems adding up for Castor, we must come together as a team in order to find a solution to a problem that could solve all the other problems in an overall manner. After doing tons and tons of research, my administration had had come to a conclusion that the influx of illegal immigrants had had is the starting point towards drug war, human trafficking, overcrowded jail, and even the rise of traditionalism. So, my administration had come up with multiple solutions in order for us to counteract the influx of illegal immigrants along with fighting IPMF 31. First off, we must deport all illegal immigrants out from this country. By definition, it is an effort to seek out undocumented immigrants that exist upon the very grounds of Castor and deport them back to their country of origin. However, we are concerned that their country of origin refuse to let them cross their borders as they are being exposed to the virus. Hearing this out, my administration and I took some initiatives that by placing them in a home or in a quarantine for at least 2 weeks, following forcing them to follow the SOPs provided to them by the Department of Health of Castor. This action is considered necessary as to ensure all our equipment, all our supplies are being used for the protection of our people of our people. However, due to some reasons, uh, we we couldn't say much about it, but we can only assume that it requires great manpower and a great finance in order to maintain sustainability. Speaking about great manpower, we would like to increase the border security of Castor. Um, I would like to ask the permission of the Minister of Defense if for the involvement of the Castor's very own Royal Police, the Army, and the National Guard upon to make this action possible. And that is to increase and widening the radius of the patrol area, which is essential to the international security as the first line of defense against possible threats from the outskirts of Castor. Again, this action is crucial in order to control the movement of any illegal actions that took place along the borders of Castor, including the smuggling of drugs. Speaking of smuggling of drugs, when the borders is being tightened, when the border security has been tightened and the radius of the patrol area widened has been widened, uh, I believe that the the amount of drugs that's been smuggled into our country illegally would somehow decrease significantly, thus ending, thus bring an end towards the skepticism of drug war upon the grounds of Castor. The third out of four solution that I would like to present to you all today is in accordance with the rise of traditionalism. We must criminalize the people responsible upon this action. That is, the people who spread the belief that the natural medication is way better off than conventional medication. me- Way better off than conventional medication. It's not a matter about the freedom of speech. It's not a matter about the freedom of expressing oneself. It's a matter about life and death, as natural medication, which has been declared by the Department of Health of Castor, is a risk to the human body as it may contain substances that are not authorized by them. I would like to call upon my senior assistant to fill in on viewers' inquiries. Please welcome Dato Megat Akhtar.
Okay, based on the question that you just asked, which is, what would we do in the case that Dragon wants to leave Costa? See, let's go to why Dragon wants to leave Costa. Dragon wants to leave Costa because they think that they would be better off without Costa and being a country, an independent country itself. See, I would like to prove that this is wrong because they will not be better off themselves. Because if you notice, the resources that is required to implement on a country is electricity, food, water, and the economy. See, Rogan may be the economy backbone of Castor, but they don't have the resources of electricity. But in Castor, we have it. We have implemented power plants all over Castor that is the form of source of energy for Castor. So, uh, we would do is we would redirect our of electricity to Dragon. So we would provide them with the sufficient electricity to make them stay. The second is with the rise of pandemic in Castor that ravages Castor, the pandemic does not only ravages Castor, it does ravages Dragon as well. So in case of Dragon wants to combat this pandemic, they cannot without the help of Castor itself. So we will do is we will implement the SOPs given by the Chief of Minister, that is to implement the face mask, sanitization, and the movement control order implemented in Castor. We will help Dragon implement these kinds of SOPs as well. So what we will do to sum up my my points is we will redirect the electricity given by the power plants to Dragon, and we would and we will implement the SOPs from the pandemics in Dragon itself. So I hope that answers the question. Thank you.
Akhtar for filling in on viewers' inquiries. All in all, I would like to say I will uh, take full responsibility upon my actions, and I give you my word. I will do everything I can, everything in my power, in order to protect the lives of Castarian citizens, no matter what the cost. I give you my word. We will. We're gonna get through this together. Wait, let me rephrase that. We will get through this together. And for that, I thank you for your time, and I wish you a splendiferous day ahead of you. And may God bless all of you. Thank you.